All right, YouTube fan, we up in here, man. Smash that like button. We are getting to the live. Double tap that screen. Right now, we are about to address. You're about to hear the address of why MAGA, Trump, are furious at Barack Hussein Obama, as Donald Trump likes to call him. We have no idea, but we're about to find out, and I'm pretty sure it's some ridiculousness. But we're going to get into it, and here y'all go.
Stay on this video and I'll show you why Trump and MAGA are pissed at Barack Obama for going out to talk and meet with the Canadian Prime Minister, and why, an underlying reason that really they're very pissed about this, and why I know and you know it's all led to massive amounts of racism. So let's go. First of all, yes, Barack Obama went to meet the Prime Minister, which is not a big deal. Former presidents meet nation leaders all the time. Trump met a ton of nation leaders all the time. Seriously. But he took it one step further. He even interfered with Israel and some other things. He interfered by making offers to the head of those nations even before he got the presidency. And everybody knew it. It was illegal. It was wrong. And that was one thing. He didn't get away for it. He got away with it. But then he's going to get a wait for it when it comes out about treason.
Hold up, y'all.
So they're mad at Barack Obama for going to visit the Prime Minister. Why? Because anything that Barack Obama does, they're upset at. Why? Because a black man is not supposed to be doing anything without the white man's permission. The black man is not supposed to be going out and doing the very things that every other president has done without the white man's permission. How dare that black man become a president? How dare that black man be respected around the world? How dare that black man have a, though weird looking, but I respect it, library? I'll say it. I'm here in Chicago. I'm going to be right there going to that library. But I love his life. I love the idea and concept of it, but it's weird looking. It is. I'll give y'all that. I'll give y'all that. Y'all want to hate on it. But here's the thing. It's our weird looking thing. And at least it was thoroughly thought out. And it's going to be the biggest presidential library in the history of all presidential libraries. And he's awesome. He is great. He is the best president that honestly I've seen in United States history. Some may argue and try to say Lincoln. No, fuck Lincoln. It was all about Obama. And Obama saved this fucking country 10 times over, okay? And nobody really gave him enough credit for that out of the government when he had to fight the Republicans every step of the way to save the very government they fucked up. They fucked it up, y'all. So here we are in a situation where every time Barack Obama does something, it's, oh no, Barack Obama's doing it. How dare that black man does that? But at the same time, that's the same black man that saved our banking system. That's the same black man that saved our national system. But of course, they always come out and call him a failing president. Yeah, he failed to let the economy go under. He failed to let the nation go under. After George Bush fucked everything up. I'm tired. And I think enough black people are tired of this shit. But we have excellence, black excellence, showing up every time as a class act, and you're putting them down. You're calling Sister Michelle Obama a transvestite and any ugly words you can. You have the very current sitting president putting pictures of Obamas as monkeys out on the White House website. That even the Republicans had to beg, take them down. I was like, don't take them down. Don't take them down. I want reminders here as we're going into November 3rd. Oh, yeah, throw out some more Obama monkey pictures. I'm all for it. Piss off every fucking body. That's why I'm telling people when they flipping out about the Voters' Right Act, I'm like, listen, this ain't going to do nothing but piss off a bunch of people to show the fuck up and vote. So even if we don't have the House of Representatives, as many as we were going to have, though we're still going to win, we're still going to come in super strong in the Senate fighting back. But this all stems from the racism that many white people don't claim that exists. They don't exist, right? Well, if it don't exist, why is all this shit happening? Why all the top tiered seats being taken down by black people? When there's no other reason other than they black to take them down. Joint Chiefs of Staff. I mean, they just took down the head of the Pentagon, everything. Everything. And we're looking
Shout out to you in the chat, Coco Foods.
here, you have fired more black women than anybody else. 400,000 women lost their jobs in the government and in corporate. And yet you telling us, oh, it's not race. It's just your dark color darkness. Like, what the fuck? The fuck is wrong with you? Motherfuckers. Listen, here's the thing. This don't surprise us. This surprises white people who claim they're not racist, which I'll take your word for it. But here's the thing. If you claim you're not racist, this is what we say, particularly to women who are talking to other women who are losing their rights, like Roe versus Wade, and you got to show proof of a birth certificate to vote, all this crazy shit.
Hey, y'all, let's smash that like button so we can get this awareness out there. As many people as possible need to hear this.
Okay? All of this crazy shit, we're saying, hey, white women, stop trying to come over to black women. Stop coalescing over here. Get your ass over there. Get your ass over there. Do what needs to be done. Join that. Connect with that. That's what needs to be done. Okay? That's what it comes down.
I've never had smoother nuts. You don't even need to look down to use it. This is the Flex series. It's easy
to. Because in all honesty, we need you talking to other white women who sat their ass down because they had a problem voting for a black Indian woman married to a Jew, who had problems voting, for Hillary Clinton, another woman. We need your vote in November 3rd of this year and in November of 2028. Honestly, every 2 damn years we need you. And we need you showing up. Because if you really want to help the black element, what's going on, white folks, we need you talking to other white folks, bring them in. We also need you to fund things like, not just the NAACP, but some funding other organizations, black women organizations that need help, that are fighting. Not telling them what to do with your money, but giving them the money and getting the fuck out their way and letting them do what needs to be done. We also need you to continue to spread word on the atrocities. But here's the thing. Beyond spreading word of the atrocities and understanding that nuance, the thing that I think all of us have to begin to grasp and accept is understand what's happening right now. They're systematically trying to take down, literally, decades, 60, 70 years. People have died over the Voters' Rights Act, even white people. There's stories of white and black people dying. That Mississippi Burning movie is the most famous of all of them. But then there's the Medgar Evers movie, too, that's equally as famous. There are people who died over this, man, and they're taking it down. But here's the thing. Our country is a living, breathing document. I keep pointing that out. And I want people to also understand the bigger picture of this. As we go through this process, as they attack Obama over every damn thing he does, which, by the way, they're going to try to attack him over the library. They're going to try to attack him over everything, okay? I'm praying that the security's on point, because if there was ever something standing the fuck out saying, fuck you, Donald Trump, without saying, fuck you, Donald Trump, it's that building, which looks a little weird, but I like the idea and the concept of it. But the point is this. That stands out, and those MAGA people are fucking nuts. They don't want them going over to Canada. But yet Trump can go around to every president and prime minister in the world before his presidency and start pimping out shit saying, don't get a deal, don't make a deal here because I'll be president. He did that. And publicly, everybody knew. The press broke it. He didn't care. He talked about it. No. I know we all miss those days of Obama. on the left. I know we missed when there was a president.
Smash that like button, y'all. Let's get the awareness out here. Let's get it. Smash that like button. If you hear something real, let's get it.
Cared. Biden was a good president, and he cared. It was ballsy of him to choose Kamala. I didn't think he would do it. Seriously. Because if you look on YouTube and see for yourself, you will see where Kamala Harris, and this is for all those black people who claim Kamala ain't black. I'm like, wait a minute. I was working on my computer right here on my laptop, listening to the primary in 2020. I didn't know nothing. I mean, zero, nothing about Kamala Harris. I just knew she was running for president, black woman running for president, Shirley Chisholm, second coming of Shirley Chisholm. And sure enough, when I listened to her response from Biden down, she climbed in those white people's asses, pulled out their heart, and saw how that motherfucker beat. Just like my sister. She's 10 years younger than my sister. My sister has 40 years experience, 45 plus years as an attorney. And my sister, I told her, I said, Teresa, this woman sounds just like a slightly younger version of you. She climbed in those people's asses, Teresa. I didn't know her mama was Indian. I didn't know nothing about who she married to and this, that, and the other. And then I dug deeper and found out, whoa, wait a minute. Only 1.something% of the people with the weed charges went to jail. Only 1.something%. Meaning that all these people that they tried to say she sent to jail who were black over weed was a lie. And then they tried to say, well, she's not black. I'm like, she's not black. I looked up her record and I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, she's half black. Okay. And the other half, the other half's Indian, but she's half black and she's Jamaica. Okay. I never heard nobody half Jamaican saying they ain't black. By the way, you know who else is half Jamaican? Bob Marley. His father was white. Was white. They never questioned him. Here's the thing. She could have gone.
Dreaming of your business class for less? Business-class.com has you covered. Tell us your
on free scholarship to Stanford. And maybe to these other schools because she had high grades and she lived in California. She chose to go all the way to the other side of the country to Howard, the largest black HBCU college. And on top of that, she became an AKA. You mean all them sisters missed the fact that she wasn't black enough? Get the fuck out of here. Now, she bougie, but again, I'm bougie. I'm bougie. I like good shit. I don't, you know, I got a little hood with it, but, you know, I'm bougie. I'm bougie hood. So she bougie, but even by saying that, she's black. And they say she ain't black enough. They said the same thing with Obama. They, you know, people attacked Obama. We dealt with Obama. Well, he's not a real African American because his father was African and his mama was white. I'm like, yeah, but everybody I talked to here in Chicago who knew him in those circles said that is a black man. That is a black man, Chicago dude. That is a Chicago dude, black man. And I knew people, including my sister, who was one of his colleagues. She was the first black woman to be a dean of students in Northwestern, just like he was a professor at Chicago University. She was trying to pull him over, you know, and she said, I was trying to pull Barry over to Northwestern, but he loved University of Chicago. She knew, and everybody said that's a Chicago black man. And by all sakes and purposes, it really looks like that. I mean, even where he chose his location, there's a lot of fight back and forth over where he should have put that library in Chicago, but he put it in a black neighborhood on the south side, right behind my favorite museum of all time, and it's the best museum ever. Best ever. When you come to Chicago, you go to the Museum of Science and Industry. Generationally, my family has gone there. I'm like two, almost 3 generations deep going to the Museum of Science and Industry. They're incredible. They're talking about all sorts of business history. They got a submarine in there. They got this big train set, which, by the way, black folks, is run by a black man. He's the engineer. This big laid out train set. They got these airplanes in the air, hanging from the air. Best museum in the world. I love it. My favorite museum. And here he is, just a few steps away with the Obama Library. That is dope as fuck. See, they don't want to see black people shine. Who's they? The racist white people. And there's levels of racist white people. There's just straight up, hey, N-word, we can't stand you. But then the second level below that is scarier. Because there's some nice people who are very nice who want to see you die. I kid you not. I should do a video on that tonight. Nice people who want to see you die. I'm not kidding. I'm not making that up. That is not a made-up reference. There are people out there who want to see you go down, who have the greatest smiles in the world. One of the neighborhoods I grew up on the South Side, there were, it was changing over to black, and there was
Smash that like button for me, y'all.
the white people there, but they were Nazis. And I didn't know they were Nazis. I heard of Nazis from TV. You know, they always talked about World War II. But wow, American Nazis, what's this about? And I'm 5. These were some of the nicest people who were racist ever. That second level is a dangerous motherfucking group because they're the same ones who's smiling in Tennessee and Louisiana and Alabama who going, yeah, we're going to rule out the black vote, but we wish you'd be nice about it and not cuss us out. The fuck? That's what we dealing with. That's what we dealing with. We got people who are blatantly supportive of the institutional racism. Then there's that level below, which claims they're not racist, but they certainly support racism because they voted for these Republicans who are trying to kill us, who are trying to take us out. Don't believe it. Ask Alex Peretti's family, Keith Porter's family, Renee Nicole Good's family, all the detainees who lost lives family. If you don't think that they are not trying to kill us. Even the service members in the Middle East family who lost those service members, who lost their family members. They are definitely trying to kill us off. And you got people still supporting this shit. Seriously.
Smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button.
Not everybody's turned. There are tens of millions who still support the MAGA nation and putting down people, and the same people who want to come in and criticize Obama for going to Canada. Oh, wait. You mean tell me soccer moms get shot in the face and the person who does it walks free?
People who live over the age of 90 have a couple of things in common. They have a tendency to consume foods that...
But Obama's going to Canada. Oh, wait, you mean to tell me a man helping a woman up off the ground gets beaten down and shot in the back of the head in front of the whole wide world, but Obama's going to Canada? You mean to tell me Keith Porter gets shot minding his business, and sure enough, Obama's going to Canada? This is the same shit they came up with the Clintons need to be called in and they need to be reined in because of this Epstein stuff. But we ain't gonna release the Epstein list. We ain't gonna release the unredacted files. We're not gonna put this out there. But at the same time, Obama's going to Canada. You mean to tell me that you can cut every major medical program from Veterans Benefits, Affordable Care Act, to Medicaid, Medicare, ACA benefits, Obamacare, and fuck with Social Security and fuck with every major thing out there so you can give billionaires tax breaks right in our face. But Obama's going to Canada. This is what I mean, too, by saying to people, when you hear MTG and Laura Loomer and all these other people start to get critical of Trump, don't think they're your friends. Let them fight him, but be prepared as soon as we beat that administration to fight, to fuck these guys up, because Obama's going to Canada, okay? That's their concern. Obama's going to Canada, but they want to come out with this bullshit that destroys Americans' lives in every single way. Don't think for 1 second this is a political ideology. That third group, remember I said the ones who are blatantly racist, fuck you N-words. And then this other group was very nice. They work in Congress and everywhere else. They're smiling, very nice to meet you, but I'm gonna cut your funding, fuck you. Black people and brown people and everybody else that's not us. And then this third group are the ones that support that shit but claim they're not racist, but they support racism. These are the three groups, and all of them are worried about Obama going to Canada. Fuck.
And thank you to Trump for bringing all of their asses out. Now that you're out, you can never jump back in. You have scratched your line in the sand, and we watching.
You motherfuckers. You know what? You don't want Obama to go to Canada? Good. Send Trump to Canada and keep him. Just keep him. Keep that motherfucker. Because we are tired of this shit. We gonna make it through, y'all. 32 months to go, goddammit. 32 months. 32 months. And we got 6 months to go for November. For November election. We got 6 more months to go. We got 8 months to go for January 3rd, 2027, for the 120th Congress to whip that ass. Oh, it's happening. It's happening, baby. It's happening. We gonna whip that ass. They ain't about to come over here and just jump all over us and stomp our ass in. It's not happening. It's not happening. We shall not be moved. Make sure you look at the next video here.
Shipping your car with Navi Auto Transport is simple. Start by getting a quote. Use our
The main story
And why in the hell wouldn't we? You damn right we watching the next video.
in the United States, and
Here we go. Boom. Going to the page. Bam, we have the videos. Trump suspends Medicaid, $1.3 billion. Let's go.
Stay with me on this video. I'm going to explain how Trump and J.D. Vance has suspended $1.3 billion of California's Medicaid money and how they're going to fail 100%. And they're in for the ass whooping of their life because they got one before. Just follow me. You're going to feel 1,000% better, okay? Follow me, follow me, follow me. Let's go. First of all, yeah, I'm not kidding. They suspended that for fraud in California. And it's total bullshit. Do not sweat 1 fucking ounce over it because we beat their ass before. Let me break it down to you. 16 months ago, in the beginning of the Trump administration, they suspended all of the Medicaid. And you know what happened? 3 groups came at that ass and tore them apart. The first group was the attorney generals and governors from the Democratic states. They were talking all that shit about how they gonna get together and fight Trump. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I believe them now. Because them the baddest motherfuckers I never seen. I'm telling y'all. They came out the courts fighting left and right. They're like, you shut down Medicaid, bitch. Are you for real? You better get this shit right. Then what happened is the nonprofits by the hundreds, leading with the ACLU. Them motherfuckers came out hitting them up in the courts. And then there was the lower court judges. See, not enough people talking about the lower court judges. Yeah, I realize Supreme Court, but Supreme Court has a weakness. They can only handle 1%. There's only 9 of them. And we know 6 of them are a bunch of sons of bitches, right? But there's only 9 of them, so they only handle 1%. What does that mean? The majority of the courts, in 677 judges, handle in the lower courts and the circuit appeals courts and stuff, okay? So understand something real important about this. That what they did is, meaning the governors, attorney generals, and the nonprofits, is took that shit to court, and the court shut that shit down so fucking quick. When I say the courts, I'm not just talking the liberal democratic courts. I'm talking about even Trump-appointed judges, Reagan, Bush-appointed judges. It was like, are you fucking out your mind? Boom, release that shit. Release that shit now. Do it right now. Not now, but right now. Like yesterday. They got their ass handed to them, and I guess they want their ass handed to them again. I guess this is some shit to forget about all the bad stuff they're doing. ESGN, the Epstein, the subsidies, the gerrymandering, the no kings, no ice, the Iran war. They're basically trying to cover up everything. And so they did this little stunt of suspending. But that suspending ain't going to be far at all. They ain't suspending shit. They got zero evidence. They're not dealing with anything whatsoever. And they're trying to fuck with the same system yet again. Yet again, they're trying to play with people's lives. I guarantee you, as I'm saying this, the paperwork's already getting turned in on lawsuits, suspense, everything. Just fuck that. First, they're going to try to suspend. I know they did this last. They're going to basically what they're going to do is try to suspend the suspension, okay, while it's going through court, and then they're going to take it up to court. But there's no case. There's nothing there. Remember that the Trump administration, follow me, the Trump administration is always designed on telling as many stories, lies as they can to delay things and misdirect things. They don't care about the yada yada law. Or the yada yada.
Smash that like button, y'all. Let me get some awareness out here. Double tap that screen. Helps the channel out a great deal. It's easy to do and it's free. Hold me down.
Constitution. But I want you to understand something. Just because you don't care about something don't mean you get to do it. You know what I mean? If I don't care about your lights at home, do I get to shut them off? No, I do not. My point is this. Don't fall for this bullshit because it's a roots. Because they're going to instantly lose over this. You're talking about people's lives on the line and you're going to cut their Medicaid? Are you out your fucking mind? No. And then they're threatening the rest of the nation. Well, how did that work last time? 16 months ago. How did that work last time? Oh, I remember. All of the attorney generals and governors from the Democratic side on behalf of the whole nation, fighting for all the states, as well as the nonprofits and ACLU and all of them, launched in their ass, climbed in their ass, pulled out their heart, see how I beat and went, yeah. I'm trying to tell you right now, it's happening. And the judges are on our side in this because it's just straight up illegal. They just decided in their mind to make shit up, make it illegal, and fuck with shit. And now they're going to get their ass torn apart over this. And if you thought for 1 second that J.D. Vance, follow me. If you thought that J.D. Vance was on some shit, that J.D. Vance might be different when Trump dies, because he's dying, you're wrong. Because we've just seen exactly what J.D. Vance is capable of doing just as much as Trump. And of course, he did it with Trump daddy permission, because he wouldn't dare do no bold ass shit like this without the president's okay. Now, let's walk ourselves through what the next level of this shit is. Because I know a lot of people are very upset, concerned, are mad, and it really just gets you. But you got to understand the process, baby. The process, baby. The process is that what we're watching is a bunch of a-holes try to destroy, dismantle, and break down our nation, right? No argument there, right? But at the same time, what we're also watching is the banding together of our nation through our nonprofits, through our governors, through the attorney generals, through the actual judicial system that matters, which is lower courts. And before you say, I know there's always going to be somebody who just don't understand a damn thing, say, well, they're just take it up to the Supreme Court and get it. No, Supreme Court only handles 1% of the cases. They didn't handle it last year. They sure as fuck ain't handle it this year. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen because they don't have a case. It's not a case. Understand the majority of the cases that Trump has lost, and by the way, it's been the majority, 80% plus for the attorney general's been beating them. The nonprofits as high as 95% like Democracy Forward, they have been fighting. And they've been losing. But the majority of these cases, ironically, isn't through judgments. It's through the DOJ not being able to put together a case because he hired based on loyalty over aptitude. Because of that, we're watching, follow me, we're watching an idiot who decides out the corner of his fucking, what's left of his brain, to terrorize domestically just as much as internationally. That's what this is about. They think that they can go around and say the craziest shit to one state and try to bully the others. And it's not going to work. It's not going to happen. First of all, Gavin's going to take it on, as he always has. Second of all, we're going to have the nonprofits and ACLU go through. And third of all, I want you to understand something. There are judges who've been standing on business in the lower courts, and they handle the majority of the courts. Please stop listening to people who hype you up and just tell you things with no context. Oh, like the left? Because the left will go out and say exactly what I said in the beginning without clarifying the fact that, one, they've lost this battle before nationally. Two, that they have no standing on the law whatsoever to do that. There's nothing that gives them a right to suspend all of that Medicaid money to California. It doesn't. It's just a game of fucked up ass charades that they're playing with the American people. Yes, I know it's horrible. Yes, I know it's wrong. But what do we do about it? Quite frankly, first of all, being with Indivisible, you can reach out to your Congress people to come to them about that, because that's appropriated money. They don't have the right to do that. They're breaking the law. But then, two, this is the thing that can put JD in jail, potentially. Okay, stuff like this. But there's something else I want to point out that's really important, and that is that the structure of an operation of our country is holding, and the only people who don't know that is the ignorance of our own country. We have people on the left and the right who don't know a motherfucking thing, so they say shit like, he controls 3 branches of government. No, he doesn't. Or things like, oh, he'll just send it to the Supreme Court and everything will go through anyway. No, he can't in this case. Supreme Court only deals with 1% of that. Oh, he's just taking over America and everything's there. No, he's not, because he got beat before. But they don't know he's got beat before. We're dealing with a duality of the ignorance of both sides of the party, of the political spectrum, that don't know their civics, don't know the history, operation, law, the economics of our government. And then we're dealing with a group of people who believe that when the president says he can do it no matter what. And he doesn't have the authority to or ability to. It's just he has the agility to pretend like he can do it. It's performative bullshit. And that's what it all came down from. So I want you all to stay strong. We're going to make it through this. And we're going to kick his motherfucking ass, because we're the winners and they are not. Hang tight, America. Because the truth is, we're winning. It doesn't feel like it because we're in a knockdown, drag-out fight. But he is not going to be able to take over Medicaid and just doom us all. Okay? Not happening. Not happening at all. Now make sure you check out this video right here. It's going to be the next video coming up from me. And make sure you get a good idea of what's going on. The clearer you are on context and what's actually happening, the 1,000% better you will feel, and you won't be hyped out over Trump.
Divide them into groups of 5.
A top Trump cabinet official just imploded under cross-examination by Democrats in the House of Representatives. It was captured on live TV. This